Appreciate your time. I know you have just filed this lawsuit against President Trump regarding his.
All right, good evening, folks. We're watching the live unrest in LA, and we're going to get everybody's views on this. Got camera, thanks to Email. If you like what y'all are experiencing, you can hang out here with me for a while. We're going to cover this as it goes into dusk and darkness, and we're going to wait for the shit to pop off. Look at this, folks. Can you believe this? This is America. Okay, I got some opinions on this shit, but we're going to save that for me. I mean, we're going to watch the video, and I'll do my best to tell y'all what's happening here. They're in front of a federal building right now. That's where the National Guard have formed a line, along with sheriff departments and LAPD and Highway Patrol. Excuse the background noise, folks. We're coming in hot, folks. Look at this. Look at this. And here's the thing, though. Well, I'll wait until some people get in here. Then I'll voice my opinion. Just my opinion only. It doesn't represent anybody here, folks. But we're on the channel where you can donate. Feel like, hi, James from Ottawa. Oh, we got some trolls in here, folks. Hold on, let me take care of business. Hey, Christian, how you doing? Vicky Wells, hello. How are we all doing down there? James, we're going to get to these riots, folks. What a fucking crazy ordeal out there. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go and unmute Igmel here. Thank you, Igmel. I'm going to let you do the talking and let you narrate this pub, y'all, and I'll break in with my narrative when I need to. Hold on just a minute, folks.
Money well spent.
What's wrong?
Of course, they're not spending a lot of money because these are federalized National Guard. These are federalized California State National Guard troops.
Yeah.
And because they're federalized, the federal government is supposed to be paying their salaries and paying for their room and accommodations. But considering how unimaginably incompetent the federal government is, they're very fucking grumpy. They didn't get any sleep last night. They were sleeping on
he's been grumpy.
You know,
I'm gonna bring this into
a mutiny, you know.
So we can cover the unrest live. There's a lot of car burning.
Clearly,
hang on.
That agitation can be seen. That anger can be seen in their eyes. Maybe it makes them more angry and more vicious as an escalatory force.
It's interesting that he's saying that over the people that are yelling and screaming, calling the people that are standing there quietly. You can see the anger in their faces. Look at them, their eyes. They slipped on rocks. Mutiny. Overthrow the government. Meanwhile, he's standing in front of a bunch of people yelling. He completely talking over them to the people that are silently standing there quietly. Yo, it's crazy. All right, let's see. What else is going on tonight, man? California sues Trump administration over the National Guard mobilization.
LA,
the lawsuit filed in the federal court in San Francisco.
Joanne Nelson donated $10 through Super Chat. Get the fire hose out.
Thanks to Igmel.
Multiple people taken into custody at anti-ICE protest New York. I gotta see where they have it. Where's that at? Where can I find that? Oh shit, that's actually a crazy picture. Let me see. Where'd I have that at? I want to see that. Oh, here it is. Let me show you this picture. I don't want to go. Okay, where's the New York protest at? Let's see. All I see is LA stuff. Los Angeles, Los Angeles. Oh. Oh, here's one. Oh, here it is. Here it is. These people are out there. Okay, I'll use a little bit of them. I don't want to use too much, but I want to see what's going on in New York. It's a nice view.
All over the country. So yeah, we are going to sign off for the night. Thank you for following us on the live stream. We will be back. Like I said, we will be covering all of the anti-ICE protests that are going on all around the country. So follow us again for that, and we will see you in the next video. Good night, guys.
Los Angeles seems to be the stream.
We're looking live, folks, in on Los Angeles, California. We're doing our part to bring you the live coverage of this sad but needed to be done event, I guess. I mean, in my opinion. This is what LA gets for making it a sanctuary city. Okay? You can't. They're in a bad spot, LA is. You can't bring them in, make them comfortable, give them jobs, get them through school, raise their family, and it's 50% Latino there. What I'm saying is that they box themselves in the corner, LA.
Are they moving yet? Oh, I got to
Oh.
turn. I'm gonna go back up there where
That's what's happening here, folks. I'm gonna let y'all listen to Igno.
Where everybody's at. I don't know what the SWAT truck went to.
Jenda Minoru donated $10 through Super Chat. Are they going to arrest the LA City Councilwoman for encouraging the riot?
I heard about that. I haven't seen it yet, but actually I did hear about that. Venga.
Appreciate it, brother.
They're outside of this federal building.
Richardson donated $5 through Super Chat. The USMC will be protecting Bend if attacked. Newsom has no say in.
Protest day.
Oh, that video did good so far. The Icky Milk Clips channel. Okay. Oh, baby. That was girl. You know, if they had 1,000 subs, and they threw their life away for some beef shit. Most people shouldn't have social media.
Vegas Gem donated $10 through Super Chat. My son lived at Camp Pendleton for 2 years, until a year ago. There is a lot
really?
of shady stuff that goes on over there.
Really? Like what? I wonder if I walked out there if I went to LA and I was streaming this. I feel like would they be pissed at me? They might recognize me. I don't know. I went there twice and I got recognized 2
Vegas
times.
Gem donated $5
really
through
go out
Super
places,
Chat. Most of the Marines stationed at Pendleton are Latino, so if they are coming from there,
Everything's
it
shut
should
down
be
here pretty
interesting.
scary, like get broken into. Even without the sun glare, guys, it's a lot better view, a lot clearer.
Some people out of the road. What else we got? There's some chocolate here too.
Okay.
What did Mr. Trump say today? Did Trump speak on this? Let's see. Trump. Both videos are pretty good.
President Trump returned to the White House and he was asked about the anti-ICE protests and the immigration raids, also deploying the National Guard. And I did want to play out his remarks for you right now.
He's daring Tom Homan to come and arrest him. Should he do it? Grossly incompetent.
Can't even hear him. The helicopter.
As everybody knows. All you have to do is look at the little railroad he's building. It's about 100 times over budget. We're putting a flag all over there. Under budget. I always do.
Oh, look at this. Are they doing donuts? Or just other than that? Street takeover.
Jenda Minoru donated $5 through Super Chat. Can Antifa and Soros outmatch 700 a day?
It's a big protest. City updates. See what's going on. I need to make myself a little matcha, a little caffeine, natural caffeine energy. Okay, this is what it says. We'll never be divided. So they spray tear gas. LA County Sheriff says that they are still working to get answers on what the National Guard's mission is. As the National Guard has started to make their way into Southern California, Los Angeles County Sheriff Robert Luna said he and his department are working to get simple questions answered on what the troops' mission is.
Thomas Jadwin, sadistic, donated $5 through Super Chat. The Marines are the scariest branch for one main reason: they are able to get the most done with the least numbers. There are only 169,000 of them.
Man, they're the front line too, right? They're like the. So yes, it's Robert Luna that sheriff has asked more specific questions on how they're going to be equipped, their rules for engagement, how the troops will be utilized, among other things. Luna told CNN. So they're trying to get answers, and they're not getting answers. Sheriff Luna's not happy. Steve Bannon, former Trump aide, says Gavin Newsom must be arrested. Lock him up. Marines arrival to LA presents a challenge, police chief says. Don't worry about the challenge. We're not even talking to you. They're coming in. We don't need your conversations with you. Don't worry about what's going to happen. It's happening.
Up to a week.
I got here later. Oh, yes.
Yeah, Waymo works.
They're saying Newsom says he's been informed Trump to deploy additional 2,000 National Guard troops to Los Angeles. Additional. Wow. Previously, the governor criticized Trump for deploying the first 2,000, sharing photos of sleeping guardsmen, indicating that they were given no food or water. Damn. Newsom pointed out that only 300 troops are deployed from the first 2,000, while the rest are sitting unused in federal buildings without orders. Damn. This isn't about public safety. It's about stroking a dangerous
L.
president's
donated
ego.
$5 through Super Chat. My nephew is a Marine, and he would like no other pleasure than to take care of these privileged pansies.
It's just like that guy was saying. They're saying there's snipers out there. So where all these protesters are at right now, this cinema posted this. They said they got snipers right above. Go ahead and act up. Oh. Uh-oh, check this out. They literally just posted this now. Y'all ready? Oh, shit. I might have to update the thumbnail. Oh, shit. Y'all ready for this? I really need some more soundboards. I'm going to have to wake up early one day or something, an extra time, and just add the sounds to this. Y'all ready for this? No, this song's too flexible for the Marines, but Marines with the 2nd Battalion, 7th Marines, who were placed in an alert status over the weekend to support the U.S. NORTHCOM mission, prepared to depart for the greater Los Angeles area June 9th. Oh. Daddy, I like when you... Oh. No, not that. This one. Maybe I shouldn't have too many buttons.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas.
Wow. Approximately 700 Marines from the Marine Corps Combat Center. And they're like proud about it too. We're coming over there. Thank God. For them, it's probably like, yeah, we get to get out of here, do something different, get a change a little bit of, instead of being stuck out here. Okay. Oh, man. Let's see if these people turn up tonight.
I still would too. All right, well, I mean, he has like a 4.5-star rating right now. I'm pretty sure.
I know News was pissed.
That's wild.
Mayor Bash is not happy either. You know she's pissed.
Kenny, your Cash App gotta be 90. I don't know why. It's not letting me take Cash App right now. Yes, for you guys hearing the conversation, guys, this morning I was able to get my vehicle back. I got charged for a 3-day storage fee. I got charged $237 plus $3.20 per minute that it took them after an hour to get my vehicle back into the tow yard. It was straight highway robbery. So it was gonna be $600. I gave him some stuff. He knocked it down to like 500. Still a lot of money for it being there.
I don't know if they want to act up tonight. They're coming.
Not counting how much the Uber cost me to get there, close to $50 this morning.
Hello, everybody coming in. We're just covering LA unrest. It's going to be a volatile night. We'll make comments here and there. Y'all enjoy it.
Okay, thank you guys for the 6,000 likes. Amazing.
Amy sent me some fun since Saturday.
They seem a little calmer today.
K_Dubs donated $10 through Super Chat. Mel I am lit Don Lemon on Twitter.
Let's see. Oh, lit Don Lemon. Okay. Wait, Don Lemon. Let me see. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Okay, I didn't know. Thank you, Butter My Neck, for signing that. Somebody told me yesterday I could use this stream. Let me just switch it to here for now. Maybe I'll send him a little super chat as a thanks for being out there. Okay. And then lit Don Lemon. Oh. Yeah, this was last night. Oh, I was looking for this clip, yeah, from last night. Oh, I found. Okay, I got you. Oh, I found. Got you. Got you back. Okay, I followed you. See. Oh, now I see your messages. Okay, this is the first time I've ever seen your messages. Because my message inbox is full of like bots on X, so I can. All right, cool. So we're good there. All right, let me send this guy just a little love then. RT Media. Sometimes you got to pay off the feds, you know what I mean? Just send them a little something. Oh, I can't sell anything. Doesn't even have super chats on. How are you supposed to donate to this guy?
Hell, there's no way. What other way I want to watch this with my friend. That's all. Nice to see y'all, folks. Y'all stick around. We're gonna have some comments on this. We'll have some comments.
Got SWATs here.
I know I'm waiting on my computer to cool down a little bit. It got a little too hot.
Oh, SWAT. Okay.
Where'd you get that from?
Donated $4.99 through Super Chat. It hit hard once ICE reached LA.
The sheriff SWAT vehicle should show up.
Where's SWAT at?
They're probably gonna call it unlawful assembly right now. Why? Although they are peaceful, nothing has been thrown. The only part they're breaking the law right now is blocking the street. They're not allowed to block the street, so that they're gonna use that to clear off the street. If everybody was up in the sidewalks, not blocking the street, they can't say nothing.
Damn, it's cash out don't even work. I was trying to do much.
Yeah, that streamer Ike Mile just tried to cash app me too, and they cut me none. So I don't know what's wrong with my cash app.
All right, so let me try. All right, we'll try PayPal then. That's no problem. We'll do PayPal. All right. So in the meantime, let's see how you do this. PayPal. Gotta pay the taxes, you know what I mean? I just sent a little something, you know what I'm saying? Right there. Yeah. All right.
Thank you, Daisy May.
There we go.
Daisy May, like and subscribe to the channel. We do this on occasions here. We bring the breaking stuff to you.
So let me see how we're doing in the chat here.
YouTube for
we had 13,000 people.
Misinfo here.
You're probably gonna tell me how to pronounce them. Very bad with pronunciations. There you go. He just sent me $100. I appreciate it, man. I feel much appreciated.
I mean, yeah, he's out there. He's out there in person.
Donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Trump won't back down. He knows it will send a wrong message. We could have a scary response if nothing done.
Yeah, I don't think Trump's backing down either. Yeah, I don't think so either. Like the other person that donated early in the stream, this is really just the beginning because this is day 4, I guess, of the raids, and they're saying there's going to be 30 days of ICE raids, and so these people might be protesting every day. So I don't know if is it going to get worse over time, or are these people going to get tired and stop protesting so much? I could give them a redirect too. Whenever I get off, I can send them a redirect. Honestly, I think that's even worth more than a donation to redirect because people subscribe, people watch your videos and stuff. The redirect and sending like 1,000, 2,000 people, there is more than the value. But maybe we'll do it today. Maybe we'll send a redirect to share some love, because he's out there, man. I'm here in the house. I couldn't imagine if I was out there sweating.
Again, that is from Sergio Olmos, who just posted this like 3 minutes ago. He's a reporter who is at this site, and he says that LAPD has declared an unlawful assembly, and people have 5 minutes to disperse from this area in front of at the federal building. One of our viewers said that explains the big change in energy. I think one of the protesters might have been making an announcement there about it, maybe.
Shout out to our folks there at Agenda Free TV for helping us along with this. We appreciate it. Kudos to y'all. Let me join in for my chat. Thank you. Sure.
To repeat, reporter Sergio Olmos reports that a short while ago, police declared an unlawful assembly at this federal building and said people had 5 minutes to disperse. Now, it's been more than 5 minutes, but we'll see if police, that was LAPD, which is not in front of the building, but they are on the streets around the building, have said that. So we'll see if LAPD starts clearing the street. We'll have to see. Somebody just threw something. It's one thing that came flying in. Thank you to R. Troyer for the gift memberships. Thank you, R. Troyer. Jordan, Maga since 1492. Gonna touch you. Thank you. Thank you, Renee Del Valle, for the gift memberships. Captain Obvious, thank you. Bismuth, our new member, thank you. Thanks also Hazardous Beard on Twitch for subscribing. So it is now 5:02 p.m. local time. Is the LAPD going to clear the street there? They have declared reportedly an unlawful assembly.
Getting ready to pop off, y'all. Y'all hang out. Getting ready to go down. Good buddy East Coast live, bringing you the LA disruption out there. And we're gonna share our views on that. Y'all put your views in chat. If you agree with what the Latinos are doing, if not, I'm neutral on this, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. But thank you all for being here with me. I do appreciate it. I mean, it's really going too far when you're ready to arrest a governor of another state. When you're the president ordering this stuff around. I mean, it's going too far. And if LA thinks they can handle it, don't send our guys in there, the National Guard, because that does incite the situation. When you're calling them for federal help, which I don't think that's. They dealt with this through.
We have not
Rodney
seen police
King on
move to clear the
George
street yet.
Floyd. This is nothing new to the LA Police Department, and
oh, there's about to be a press conference. Mayor Bass and the Los Angeles Police Chief are about to have a press conference at some point soon. So let me get that ready for you, so we can watch the mayor and the police chief.
You're welcome, Daisy. And
hang on a moment. I want to get this up on the screen.
Very nice of you.
It's not started. It hasn't started yet.
We ain't going nowhere either. We are not going anywhere, folks. We're going to bring it to you as long as we need to bring it to you. As long as there's unrest, I'll bring you the best. How about that?
Look at that. There we go. There we go. Press conference coming up.
We got a presser coming out, folks. A presser.
So we'll check that out when it happens. The mayor and the police chief.
700 Marines are being immobilized in response to the LA protest. Let's call it a protest instead of a riot. I think that suits this for right now. There's been a little bit of scuffling last night. Some tennis shoe outlet got robbed, a sneaker place. Some cars were set afire, as y'all know. They were breaking windows out of the public administration building, which housed the police department. So, I mean, there's some unrest going on. I don't agree with the unrest. The National Guard is some lady is actually throwing a fit on another channel. But we're going to wait here with y'all, folks. We're not going to give into this. We're going to bring you the protest as it comes in.
Some more police are up there. I see more police, guys. Look at more police are up there now.
Not required, not necessary. What is necessary is you like and subscribe and enjoy the program. Damn. We're going to bring this to you. We're going to bring it to you, folks. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. This is what we do, and we're going to keep doing it.
I don't. Some of our viewers think this just a shift change. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. Remember, a few minutes ago, reportedly, the police, LAPD, said that this is an unlawful assembly and people had to leave. KCAL on YouTube has a helicopter shot. ABC7 on YouTube has a helicopter shot. Now, this crowd, a lot of the crowd seems to have moved. This crowd was much bigger a few minutes ago, and I think maybe some of them moved when they were told that they needed to leave. I don't know if they went down the street or what happened. We're waiting for the press conference with the mayor and the chief of police as well.
Check. 1 2 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. Check. Checkity check. 1 2 1 2. You got it? Okay.
Governor Newsom of California just posted, "Chaos is exactly what Trump wanted, and now California is left to clean up the mess." He says, "We're working with local partners to surge over 800 additional state and local law enforcement officers to ensure the safety of our LA communities.
Daisy, forget that there's trolls that are coming around. I can't help that. Somebody got it. Thank you very much. Whoever got that, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I mean, that's just nasty. We're up here doing our thing, and y'all want to come in here and stir up stuff. The trolls are out, but we'll keep an eye on that. Thank you so much, guys.
A quick thank you to Shelly and another whosoever, and Spook Daddy and White Rabbit Ann and on Andy Page. And Massachusetts guy for the gift subscription. Thank you. And also White Rabbit Ann.
Kind words, Daisy. I am a kind man, and I care about people in general.
Will the police clear these protesters from the front of the federal building?
I've been trolled so many times doing this. And
you will see.
They don't like it. They want to see me not bring things to the light and, as I see it and as it's presented here to you now. But go ahead and watch the program, and I'll be back up.
This is a federal building next to the federal buildings that the people were protesting at yesterday. It's a federal building on Los Angeles Street in Los Angeles. Same block as where a bunch of protests were going on. A big protest was going on Alameda Street yesterday, but the other side of the block. We will be hearing from the LA mayor and police chief momentarily, it looks like, very soon. And I don't know, again, there were more people there, and I feel like some of them left. Some of them might have gone up the street to the left where there's a line of police. On ABC 7 helicopter is showing. So if you could turn the camera to the left and you looked at the end of the street, you would see a big line of police and a bunch of protesters facing the police. So if these protesters turn left and they try to walk, they can only get to the end of the block, and then the rest of the block cut off by police. So, and there's a bunch of protesters kind of facing off with police there. That I can see on ABC 7. So at some point, the police might just start walking down the street and trying to clear people and push them south, I guess, maybe. We'll see if that happens. You know, what we're also seeing is certainly today there are certain intersections where police have basically cut off the flow of pedestrian traffic. We were not seeing that yesterday. People basically were going and coming as they pleased for most places. I feel like there's more of the strategic police cutting off certain options for pedestrians. Oh, I might have had the direction wrong. Hold on, let me look this. What direction does the tree go in? No, that federal building. If the police came from the left, they'd be moving people to the southwest. So we are waiting to see, will police clear people from the federal building? We're seeing a crowd right now in LA. Soon the LA mayor and police chief will be speaking. Yes, as one of our viewers said, thanks for mentioning the address. I forgot to mention that before. This is 300 North Los Angeles Street, between Temple and Aliso, right near the 101 freeway. Breaking news, it's confirmed. It is confirmed. 2,000 more National Guard troops is confirmed. It was just announced by Sean Parnell of the Defense Department.
Oh shit!
What happened there?
2,000 more coming in, folks. 2,000 more.
Breaking news.
It's going to pop off. They know it.
Breaking news. At the order of President Trump, the Department of Defense is mobilizing an additional 2,000 more California National Guard to be called into federal service to support ICE and enable federal law enforcement officers to safely conduct their duties. So that means 4,000 National Guard troops will be there.
4,000, folks. We're up to 4,000 National Guard troops and fucking on their way in, and that's crazy. That's just crazy. They're all federalized too. They hold power.
I got to put that in the headline.
They hold power. I got my views on all this, which I'm going to share with y'all later. Hey, Webb, dude, how you doing? Nice to see you. We're going to get to this, folks. I'm not leaving y'all down here just to sit and sweat it out. We're here to get it done. Thank you, Stone Cold. Thank you, Stone Cold.
It's 4,000 total National Guard sent there. Hey, hold on. I don't want that. Oops. How can I do this with italics? Can I get this here? The italics won't work for me. That's too bad. What if I do this? 2,000 more National Guard.
Okay? This is what Trump is doing to immigrants is the same shit that Hitler did to Jewish people. And we gotta confront. Does anyone know that famous quote from Anthony Moses? He said, first they came for the communists, and I wasn't a communist, so I didn't speak up. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I wasn't a trade unionist, so I didn't speak up. Then they came for the Jews, and I wasn't a Jew, so I didn't speak up. And then they came for me, and there was no one left. Do not let history repeat itself. They are coming for immigrants. They are coming for elected officials, for judges. They have no respect for due process. They are threatening to get rid of birthright citizenship. By the end of June, the Supreme Court will decide that babies born at
So again, 700 Marines are being sent to Los Angeles and 2,000 more National Guard, which would make 4,000 total.
tearing up basic rights, open white supremacy, open terror and violence, like we see this National Guard coming in with the Marines. All of them, not illegitimate. Say that, illegitimate. We have said illegitimate. Even Miller, illegitimate. Everybody, illegitimate. Which people, illegitimate. So, you are all illegitimate people. You are nothing.
But here's the point I like to make, folks, is the cartels in Mexico slaughter people in the street. You don't see this kind of unrest in their own country. And the cartels are running everything, killing people, slaughtering. These people don't come out in numbers to put an end to that. And I'm just saying, that's just my belief. That's all I'm saying. Stone Cold, we appreciate you, sir. Thank you for the nice comment. So that's my opinion. I mean, I'd like to see more of that in Mexico. Maybe that, they, can get that calmed down. And ICE is going after the wrong kind of ICE, ICE needs to go after the drugs on the street and shit. Pulling people out of their jobs and making money and paying taxes.
So down the street here, there's a big line of police, and we're wondering if police are going to move in soon and try to clear this area in front of the federal building. Waiting to see that. I'm watching a couple of helicopter feeds from KCAL and ABC7. Oh, there's some troops walking down the street on KCAL overhead shot. This is 300 Los Angeles Street, Federal Building. So KCAL is showing some troops walking.
The federal building was under attack last night. They were breaking windows out. I don't agree with that. The looting and the destruction.
What's this? Oh, look. There's troops up on the building.
Snipers.
Look, there's troops high up there on the building. I don't know if that's National Guard, but there you go.
So now we got 4,000 in theater right now. 700 Marines, LAPD, the LA Sheriff's Department, Highway Patrol. This city, and none of them got an agenda what to do. They don't have orders. The National Guard comes with no orders.
Thank you so much to
the other 1,300.
Thank you so much to Lying Dogface.
Somewhere in the federal.
That's the person's name. Lying Dogface Pony Soldier. MAGA since 1492. Bill McAllister. Gonna Touch You. The Gribble. Razor X999. Bean Juice Bond. RZ Punish 'em. B. Earhart. Let's Go Brandon. Thank you for your support. Really appreciate it. Thanks, James H. as well. Yeah, James, I mentioned that. A reporter I follow said about a half hour ago that LAPD had declared it an unlawful assembly and told people they need to leave, but they haven't forced people out yet. So we'll see if that happens. Thank you so much, James H. Our viewer, Craig Blanton, is wondering if they're waiting till after the press conference to clear the area. I don't know. I don't know if those things are coordinated or not. I don't know. I hope that they're not at the same time.
We're doing that on Thursday. You guys are more than welcome to come if you want to know more. Come talk to me. And then again on Saturday, June 14th, we got a shop for No Tuesday. Okay, with shop prices fast facilitate. They cannot go on a phone. We're going to be out here non-violent. So, if you can believe it, sure that you are with the money.
Thanks, Brian, for coming in. Crazy times it is. And folks, as it gets darker on the West Coast, as the sun sets, this is going to be fucking insane. Excuse my language, but because they've had time to regroup overnight, they know where the soft targets are. They're going to go, and I think this is going to be a lot more burning and a lot more looting tonight. And the National Guard has no orders. What to do? What's their role in it?
And what you're seeing on the screen is correct. 700 Marines and 2,000 more National Guard being sent to Los Angeles.
I picked
That'll
that
make
up on X before
4,000
he said it,
National
but
Guard.
I didn't have time to get it to you, but I'll let him do it. I'm monitoring other channels here. I'm in the
Thank you to RZ Punisham. Shirley Wooten, RZ Punisham, gonna touch you. Thanks for your support. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Also, big thanks to Don Nelson. Thank you, Don. We're waiting for police to move in, which it seems they're going to do, and clear the area in front of the federal building there. We're also waiting for the mayor and the police chief to speak. These protests started on Friday in response to ICE immigration raids in Los Angeles.
Janica, welcome to the program. We're covering the LA protesting. We're going to bring you into the nighttime hours here. It's 5:30 on the West Coast. So it's going to start fading in the dark. And I really think it's going to get worse. I hope not. I'm not that type of a guy that likes to see violence and disruption. I don't like a bunch of chaos in my life. Y'all know that. But on this channel, we're strictly this. And for y'all just joining, I play music also. Y'all can check out the video. I have one up there. It's Buddy Returns to the Backyard, whatever. And you can get an idea of what I do musically. And like and subscribe. That's the big point here, man. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Daisy May. You're wonderful. Brian, I think you're right. I think martial law, and I mean, I don't know what.
You can see helicopter shots
Well, I kind
on
of got a
PayPal
but I like to keep
and ABC7 on YouTube.
Really, for the sake of the people in chat and people coming in, new people. I mean, what I think is just what I think. It has no bearing on what's going on. They're going to protest no matter what, I think.
Oh,
but I think that they deserve the right. Now, there's disruptors in this crowd. It's going to be disrupted. We know.
A couple protesters toward the end of the street are getting very close to the police at the end of this street on the ABC7 helicopter. Hold on, the volume. That's better. The sound is better now. The sound is much better. They were having a sound issue.
They're only going to block the federal buildings, and that's what their specific role is now. That's it. Nothing else. And there's only probably 4 federal.
Hold on, the police are moving forward. Hey, the police are moving forward. It looks like the police on ABC7. I am seeing police walking forward.
Okay.
Now, where is that? Is that on this street? I think that's where this building is. Police have started to move forward on one of the overhead shots.
We got a situation.
Is it this building? But I am seeing it on the ABC7 live shot. ABC7 live shot is showing police starting to move forward. And I think they're coming from the left. I think, but I'm not positive. I need a wide shot. Yes, people are starting to move. People are starting to move away. You can see it now. Get rid of this.
Moving in.
Yeah, you're seeing police move. You're seeing people move because police are coming from the left. I think they're coming from the left. ABC7 has an overhead shot of somebody just
coming on. Yeah, go ahead.
You can see people coming in. Look at this right here. Here we go. Police are coming in right now.
When they come, it's popping off.
Police are clearing the street in front of the federal building.
Popping off in front of the federal building.
You're going to see them come into view, I think, right now on the left there.
There you go, sir. We don't want it to happen, but we all knew it would.
Maybe they're firing some tear gas or non-lethal ammunition. I'm not sure. You can see the protesters looking that way to the left. Here they come. Right there they are. The police are marching. Here you can see them coming into frame from the left, clearing the street in front of the federal building, where protesters have been for several hours. That line of police moving the protesters and clearing the Los Angeles street.
I think this is going to be a brutal take back of the LA's putting them back and forth. That's the orange, green fluorescent.
People protesting Trump! I don't believe what you're doing is right.
That is LAPD right there. That's LAPD. Here they're moving again. They are moving again, clearing out this protest.
I'm going to retweet this right back in.
Oh, look right, there's a news guy. There's a news guy, and the cop had his hands on the news guy because I think the news guy wasn't going where the cop told him to go. This is live right now.
Peaceful protest. Peaceful protest. Peaceful protest. Peaceful protest.
Uh-oh, what's happening now? What's happening now? What's happening? Did something get fired or something? I didn't see it. Was there like tear gas or something, or what happened? I was looking at a feed from Dallas for a second, and I turned my head back, and oh, the police, here you go, they're just coming up. Police coming up. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Because I see the police coming up the stairs.
Everybody ready?
Hold on, nice people. Here we go. Big screen, please.
There.
I didn't see it. Was there like tear gas or something, or what happened? I was looking at a feed from Dallas for a second, and I turned my head back, and oh, the police, here you go, they're just coming up. Police coming up. That's what's happening. That's what's happening.
I think we should pray.
I see the police coming up the stairs.
People there in LA. This is sad to see in America right now. There's starting to run rampant there, Davey.
Fire on peaceful civilians.
They just opened fire on peaceful civilians.
They're throwing shit on people that shouldn't be throwing shit on.
Now, folks, you may see abusive language. You may see people come by and obscenities. Nothing I can do about that, folks. I'm not a big supporter of the nasty words.
Oh, Karen Bass is about to speak. The mayor's about to speak right now. There's the mayor right there.
We're going to
the mayor and the police chief are speaking. Hold on, they're doing it at the same time.
For being here, I apologize. I'm going to have to.
Here we go. We're going to bring
hold on.
My piece, and then I'll go back on a conference call I was on and have to go back on. But I'll be back after that for one-on-ones if you have an interest. So good evening, and thank you, Mayor Bass. As of this afternoon, the Los Angeles Police Department is on tactical alert and in a state of partial mobilization. These designations are critical tools that allow us to expand our operational capacity to safeguard our communities and respond effectively to any unrest or unlawful activity. Let me explain for the public what all these means in practical terms. When we declare a tactical alert, we're activating a department-wide operational posture that enables us to reallocate officers rapidly, hold over shifts as needed, and prioritize major incidents. Officers assigned to the field remain in their areas unless they're reassigned. Activities are narrowed to police work of significance or major importance, and officers who are able to return to the field in their areas of assignment. We also notify all relevant command staff, including my office, the Office of Operations, Emergency Operations Division, in order to ensure seamless communication and coordination. In response to current events, we've also implemented a partial mobilization of the department, which means we've extended watch hours, deferred days off for some personnel, and alerted off-duty officers to be ready for deployment. Our ability to scale up quickly is essential during this kind of fluid and unpredictable situation. We're deeply appreciative of the assistance we've received through the California Mutual Aid System, with officers and deputies from across Southern California already on the ground in Los Angeles supporting our efforts. We're also aware of reports that the President intends or has deployed U.S. Marines to Los Angeles. The introduction of federal military personnel without direct coordination creates logistical challenges and risks confusion during critical incidents. The Los Angeles Police Department, alongside our mutual aid partners, have decades of experience managing large-scale public demonstrations, and we remain confident in our ability to be able to do so professionally and effectively. We urge full transparency and communication across all levels of government. Our priority is simple: keep both the public and law enforcement officers safe and to maintain order. To the public, we fully support your right to peacefully protest, but let me be absolutely clear. Those who choose to incite violence, engage in vandalism or graffiti, or attack officers will be arrested. There is no tolerance for criminal activity under the guise of protest. And many ask, not a lot of people, relatively speaking, have been arrested during this incident. Well, I would say that I wouldn't argue with you on that, but many more will be arrested as the investigation continues. There will be many more subsequent arrests. Finally, I want to offer my deep gratitude to the men and women of the LAPD and all of our partner agencies who are out there standing side by side. They're working long hours under intense pressure, and what I've seen as professionalism, courage, and commitment to this city has never been more evident than in the past couple of days. Thank you all very much.
Buenas tardes y gracias al alcalde Bass de la ciudad de Los Ángeles. Desde esta tarde el departamento de Los Ángeles está en alerta táctica y movilizamos a todos los oficiales en el departamento.
All right, so we got two things going on at once. We have just seen the LAPD clear protesters away from a federal building where they had been demonstrating for several hours on Los Angeles Street. At the same time, we just heard from the LA police chief, and the LA mayor Karen Bass is about to speak. You can see you have these LAPD there with their less than lethal ammunition. keeping people, it looks like around a block away or so from that federal building. They're there, and we'll hear what the mayor has to say in a second. So, but a lot going on at the same time here. But those people had been protesting at that building really without any major incident for several hours, but the police said that it was, eventually the police said it was a unlawful assembly, and they cleared them out. We just saw them clear, the federal building's right behind, that's that building back there. So the mayor's going to speak shortly, and we'll hear what the mayor has to say. Appreciate you guys being with us. Thanks to all of our moderators, and I'm going to put the press conference back on right now.
Situaciones que no podemos predecir. Les agradecimos a toda la asistencia, a todos los departamentos de policía del sur de California que están aquí ayudándonos en la ciudad. Los oficiales y los deputies están en la ciudad de Los Ángeles. Ahorita tenemos más de 48 oficiales de otras ciudades y 494 oficiales del California Highway Patrol. También tenemos reportes que el presidente va a mandar a 700 Marines y la Marina va a cuidar a edificios federales entre la ciudad. La instrucción de la militar federal ahorita causa un poco de confuso con lo que estamos haciendo, pero tenemos todos los oficiales en la ciudad de Los Ángeles que tenemos muchas décadas de experiencia con estas demostraciones y tenemos sistemas profesionales para poder dejar la ciudad en buen orden. Vamos a urgir que seamos transparentes y comunicamos con todas nuestras comunidades y las oficiales del gobierno. Al público los apoyamos y completamente tienen el derecho de protestar y es su derecho de protestar, pero también sabemos que hay gente que viene a causar solo vandalismos y crímenes y a esa gente los vamos a arrestar. No vamos a tolerar actividades criminales que ocultan como protesto civil. Finalmente les quiero ofrecer mis gracias a todas las mujeres y los hombres del Departamento de Policía y todos los departamentos que están aquí ayudándonos en nuestra ciudad. Gracias por su dedicación y su ayuda profesional. Y les vamos a seguir dando información en inglés y en español como viene. Gracias.
It was Commander Herman Hurtado, who is in our Professional Standards Bureau. I'm also joined by Commander Ryan Whiteman, who usually works Operation South Bureau, but during this incident is the day watch incident commander. So I'll take any questions you have. If they're detailed questions, Commander Whiteman would probably be better able to answer those.
I just read that on Twitter right here, right now on X. They don't have nothing. Hold on.
Yeah, the mobilization is what we do internally to be able to get more officers out there. We had declared that earlier, and now we'll have the ability to have roughly 400 additional officers deployed to the field. Yeah, when I look at this, and my assessment may not be accurate based on this thing's continuously churning, but I see two parallel tracks that don't work together, if you will. We're dealing with the issues on the street that you see every day. We deal with that with LAPD resources. When we need additional resources, then we reach out to the sheriff, who brings in mutual aid. We have 14 different agencies working with us for that purpose. And then only if we weren't able to continue to deal with that, needed additional help, would we reach out to the sheriff, who would then request National Guard from the governor. So that's one line. The other part then is the National Guard were federalized by the president to support federal agents who are working on behalf of ICE to do their operation. The Marines were brought in then today, evidently, to join the Army National Guard in doing what their main mission has been identified as, which is the protection of federal employees and federal property.
Do you feel that insightful? Do you feel like it's any different on the street?
You know, I think everybody, it's a very emotional topic, absolutely. You know, could I quantify what that is? I think it has certainly heightened everybody's level of awareness and certainly anxiety, but to be able to quantify that, I wouldn't.
We'll take two more questions and then the chief has to step out, but we'll come back.
I'll be back.
How are you avoiding less lethal weapons being used on people who are merely there in the way, potentially? Because it doesn't seem like everyone that's being hit is being
Last minute, the big boss is in the building and the
I don't know, like it doesn't really
Okay, folks, while we're watching, I'm going to go ahead and narrate a little bit of it since you couldn't hear me. Right now, they have cleared the federal building. Now, can y'all hear me now? Can you put a one in chat if you can hear me now, okay? Talking over all this language and stuff. I'm not sure. But let me hit back over here to the war room here. We're getting it live as we get it in, folks. Thank you, Janica. Appreciate that. That's very cool. Okay, it's hard to hear me. Now, I hope we can come through on this now. But what we're witnessing, folks, is something that's unprecedented. And since 1962, during the civil rights unrest, have we had a president calling the National Guard with no direct orders on what their role is to play in all this. And without even letting the state where they're being sent to know. They just said, okay, let's send in this. They didn't ask for federal help. It just incites this thing more, I believe. And I think we can do better, folks. We can do better. We can do better. We all can do better. We're not above doing better. Come on, guys, get in here. Let's talk about this. This is serious stuff. Hold on here, folks. Let's get back to the program.
An approach to this where we're not going to move a crowd into an area where it's going to cause additional problems, into the Civic Center or into the freeway. We're going to move them away where we think they can do the least damage, and we're going to try then and employ tactics that would minimize that even further.
How many businesses have been damaged and looted? I know there where the division had put out that there was looting going on at 6th and Broadway. And as the National Guard, have they actually engaged with these protesters? Some media outlets were reporting that they were actually sending out tear gas. And I know on our channel we did not see that.
No, not that I'm aware of at all. That I'm aware of, there were at least 3 businesses that were broken into and property taken from them along Broadway and maybe other places. As far as the National Guard deploying anything other than around the federal building, I'm not aware of anything like that.
Oh, headquarters damaged.
Yeah, damaged, yeah. The whole Civic Center, there was significant damage as it relates particularly to graffiti, broken windows, that kind of thing. Yeah, I know we're always thinking about that. That's always a tool we can employ. We certainly hold that off and not wanting to do that. And this is a pretty isolated area where this is happening relative to the size of the city. So we would, if we were to use that, it would be done very judiciously.
All right, Chief, thanks.
All right, we'll be back. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Good evening, everyone. As I'm sure you are aware, there was a large protest this afternoon. Protests, and then also David Huerta, our esteemed labor leader in charge of SEIU USWW, was released from custody this afternoon. So there was a rally around City Hall that ended up at the federal building. It was peaceful. It's my understanding that there's a few hundred individuals that are at the federal building now, but that there is no reports of violence that have taken place today or of vandalism. Of course, with the crowd just there, we will worry as it gets dark as to whether or not there are problems, but we certainly hope that there will not be. I just want to say I started off my morning with a meeting with a number of the leaders from the immigrant rights organizations. And as far as we know right now, there have been 5 raids by ICE throughout the region. I don't know. I know of at least 1 or 2 that took place in the city, but we're still compiling that information. As you know, ICE does not tell anybody where they're going to go or when they're going to be there. But I think the thing that was most important about the meeting today was listening to the stories of the people. For example, there was a woman, a mother from Guatemala, who was looking for her husband. She wasn't able to hear about her husband and son that were detained at the Ambiance warehouse. She's not been able to locate him or to communicate with him, and for the most part, the people that have been detained have been denied access to legal representation. This is unprecedented. In the past, when there were raids, lawyers were able to go in and meet with their clients. So she's running around the area trying to find her husband, not knowing if he's here, has he been taken to another city, has he been deported out of the country. There was another statement regarding a daughter who was searching for her detained father, and at a certain point she actually saw him moving into a detention facility, but since then, as far as she knows, he has disappeared. She is not able to find out where he is. I can't emphasize enough the level of fear and terror that is in Angelenos right now, not knowing if tomorrow or tonight it might be where they live, it might be their workplace. Should you send your kids to school? Should you go to work? And you remember this from several years ago, this same type of fear that was going around. But I heard today about something that is so over the top. Can you imagine having your annual appointment to ICE, your annual appointment? You're here, you might not be a citizen, but you have papers, and you are told that you need to go to the facility to check in. And then you are detained, and you go with your family and your kids, and the whole family is detained when you were legal and you were trying to maintain your legal status. So what this means then is that people are going to be afraid to maintain their appointments, which then pushes them into, and they will fall out of status and then subject to arrest. This is the kind of thing that is happening in our city right now. And I will just take you back to last Thursday. Last Thursday, there was nothing happening in this town that called for the raids that took place on Friday. Nothing was happening. Nothing warranted the raids. If you remember at the beginning of this administration, we were told that raids would be to look for violent criminals, people who had warrants. But I don't know how you go from a drug dealer to a Home Depot, to people's workplaces where they're just trying to make a living. At Home Depot, you have day laborer centers so that the people that are trying to seek work each and every day will have a place to be so that it doesn't interfere with the business. These are not the people that we were told were going to be detained. And it makes me feel like our city is actually a test case for what happens when the federal government moves in and takes the authority away from the state or away from local government. I don't think that our city should be used for an experiment to see what happens in the nation's second largest city. Well, maybe we can do this to other cities. And then I read a description of our city that was so troubling to me. A description of our city that says that we have been invaded and occupied by illegal aliens and criminals, and that now violent insurrectionist mobs are swarming and attacking our federal agents. I don't know if anybody has seen that happen, but I've not seen that happen. And obviously there has been violence, and the violence is unacceptable, and we can talk about that in a minute. But to describe our city as a migrant invasion, and that we need to put an end to the migrant riots, and to call on various secretaries of the administration to go after our city because we want order to be restored, the illegals will be expelled, and Los Angeles will be set free. How is this a description? This is a despicable description of our city. Our city needs to come together now and not accept this, not allow us to be divided. We are a city of immigrants, and we have always embraced that. And if you want to hit our economy, you scare people from going to work, because you know there are sectors of our economy in this city where immigrant labor is the majority of the workforce. So this is damaging. It's damaging to individuals, it's damaging to families, but it is also damaging to our economy. Now I want to talk for a few minutes about the violence and the vandalism that has happened after the protests. We are fortunate in our city to have a well-established institutions that promote and fight for the rights of immigrants. They have protests and rallies often, a couple of times a year, and they never devolve into violence. Well, these protests have. And what typically happens is a fringe element, many times not even connected to the major protests, takes the opportunity to create havoc and commit vandalism. And I will tell you, it infuriated me, but it also just saddened me to drive through downtown right now and to see the level of obscene graffiti all over buildings. And I just say that anybody that does that, don't come and say that you are supporting immigrant rights, the rights of immigrants. You can't possibly be supporting immigrants and vandalize our city. And understand that if you do that, and it is 100% unacceptable, you will be arrested. And it might not happen that day. So don't think because you went home that night that you are free. There's a lot of videotape, there's investigations that will take place, and you will be held accountable and frankly need to be separated from the people who are really fighting on behalf of our immigrant community. And we need to stop the raids. This should not be happening in our city. It is not warranted, and the only thing it does is contribute to chaos. This was chaos that was started at Washington, D.C. On Thursday, the city was peaceful. On Friday, it was not, because of the intervention of the federal government. And it's, again, I don't think our city should be a test case, a laboratory. With that, I'm happy to open up for questions. Whoa.
What's your reaction to the deployment of 700 Marines?
I mean, we didn't need the National Guard. Why on earth? What are they going to do? Do you know what the National Guard is doing now? They are guarding two buildings. They're guarding the federal building here in downtown, and they're guarding the federal building in Westwood. That's what they're doing. So they need Marines on top of it? I don't understand that. That's why I feel like we are part of an experiment that we did not ask to be a part of.
Have you been in contact with President Trump or anyone from the administration? And if you could speak to him, what would you say right now?
I would say stop the raids. Stop the raids, period. I would say give the power back to our governor. And if we need the National Guard, we can do it in the normal circumstances, which is the request is made local and the governor decides or not to grant that to our city.
And have you been in contact with the administration?
I have been in contact with the administration, not the president.
Right here in these stripes and then Robert.
You touched on it lightly, but has the National Guard contributed in any meaningful way in crowd control in the past 2 years?
No. The National Guard is guarding the federal building. Now, there was an incident that I saw where there were vehicles that needed to get into the federal building, and so the National Guard cleared the area, and that's where I saw gas, that's where I saw, the flashbangs.
Robert and then Liz.
Mayor Bass, when it comes to the people that you're talking about right now on the streets of Los Angeles that are looked at worldwide, what are your sources on the ground telling you in terms of, are the people there with a message regarding immigration being now outnumbered and possibly outrun by these vandals, as you're calling them?
No, I don't believe so at all. I mean, when you see their numbers, it's when everybody's left. So the crowd could be thousands. And then late at night, by the time you see their numbers, you might see 100 or so. So they're not being outnumbered. And I don't know of anybody that identifies with them. In other words, they're part of our organization or they're not. The flyer that was out for the rally on Saturday night was a flyer that had no organizational affiliation. So we don't know what it is. I mean, it could be like what happens with the illegal parties, where people, put out a word and on social media it draws a crowd.
I think a lot of people in this city agrees with you, and I'm sure appreciate you speaking up for them. I'm wondering, would it be more powerful if, they got a chance to be lawyered up, to fight back against the fact that they're being potentially
Just a program note, we got some information on one of the Phoenix's people. We're going to share that on my live stream tonight. Ray, join us for some informational. This is Ray's life. All right, folks, that was just an informational thing here. So watch for me later on Extreme Truth Media, folks.
Existed here for a long time or are providing that type of support. I cannot see a possibility of the city of Los Angeles bailing people out with city funds.
We're seeing
Whether
some
or not
police
there are
activity on
resources
the
to
camera. We're
legal
seeing police
services.
activity
Typically
there
what
on the
that is
camera.
that is a contract with an organization to do that work. We have those contracts. I don't
Police
have any
ran
reason
in.
to believe that they would end. Right. It will help to negate it when people have legal help. Yes? I was.
You were. And in terms of the budgetary problems that you're facing, has a part of that conversation been about reimbursing the city for law enforcement?
No, let me just tell you that my conversations with the administration was before the deployment of the National Guard. I was trying to make the case that the National Guard was not needed here. I was trying to make the case that if the National Guard came here, it would be a provocative move, and it would be like a deliberate attempt to create disorder and chaos in our city. It was very predictable what was going to happen here, and it was completely unnecessary. This was a solution in search of a problem, and the problem was not happening on Thursday.
When it comes to the solutions, the administration has claimed that there's a lack of transparency when it comes to what they know. Have you considered
What they know? What are they looking for?
Well, there's been releases.
Damn, send him in for mayor. What the fuck?
I mean, I don't have that list, and I don't think our chief has that list. So to me, you would be talking about federal warrants, which means the federal government would have the list of violent federal criminals.
Mayor, hi. It appears that this is going to continue. I'm not representing from top to international level 30 days. So what can then we expect? What can we tell
Look at people running there. Police,
Well, let me just say, in
pushing
terms of
people
the
back.
immigrant population and other Angelenos,
crowd is moving to the
I'm going to do
across.
everything I can to keep people safe. And the population of all of Los Angeles needs to know that we will stand with them. We're not going to allow our city to be divided and picked apart. And but you know what you also described is who knows? Yes, maybe 30 days, maybe longer, maybe shorter. How many raids in a given day? Where are those raids going to take place? Who are they looking for? None of that is information that we know. And again, this kind of atmosphere, it creates a chaos in our city. People not sure whether they should go outside, whether they need to stay inside. We did not need this. There was nothing happening in the city that warranted what we're dealing with now. They're the federal government, absolutely not. And I hear that the Marines are on the way. I don't know if they really are. You know, I know that there was a post from the administration congratulating the National Guard for bringing peace before they even arrived. They weren't even here. But they were being congratulated for solving the problem, coming in and saving the day that didn't need saving. I'm getting it from you. Thank you.
Look at, we have active. I don't know if that's National Guard or police there. It might be National Guard because it might be federal property. I'm not sure. No, that's sheriff. That's county sheriff. That's LA County Sheriff in the town.
No, the one
LA
I know
County
of
Sheriff.
happens to be happened to have taken place at near my grandson's school, so I know that one. But no, I don't know. Claudia Aragon is the director of our Office of Immigrant Affairs. Oh, you want Claudia to come to the microphone? Yes.
And those 5 days were confirmed.
Correct.
And where was home at what school?
She said that one of them was near her grandson's school.
But I think there was a question.
Look at this.
Well, it's not necessarily about preparing them, per se, now. It's our office, along with our community partners, have been unfortunately preparing for this moment. Previously, for decades, through the Know Your Rights campaign, as you all know, with the red cards and doing those campaigns. You all have been working with these community partners for decades, and this is the moment that, a lot of them had been working with. This is the second time that this administration comes around. So unfortunately, a lot of these partners really just activated, this portfolio. And, this is what they know how to do pretty well. And it's not really about preparing them. It's about bringing back that particular part of their portfolio and educating them about their rights, and really having the element of the recently arrived part of the immigrant population with the migrant buses in our region, and really, with that.
All right, folks. Glad y'all are participating. Cinnamon Hot. Thank you for all your comments. I mean, I'm just, I got to stay neutral as a host, I think, but I could weigh in. But I'm not going to weigh in on this channel, folks, because you know what time it is. I'm going to take me a short break and get some dinner, and we're going to meet back up again on Extreme Truth Media, and we can activate ourselves there. You'll see the upcoming event time and show date. And if anything pops off here, I'll be glad to go back to it, and we'll get it straight for you. All right, for now, folks, we're out of here, and see me back over there on the other side. Y'all see when I'm coming up. Like button, folks. Thank y'all for joining me.